The next race coming up here will be Senior Rotax, Heat 3.
Yeah, Charlie Webb and Archie Walker lining up at the front there. This is the third heat race of the weekend here at the Kimbolton Festival. Round number 5 of the HKRC MS Kart Racing Club 2024 season. Racing pretty much once a month throughout the year. Next round of the championship on July the 14th. And all of the club championships here on TNL Sports throughout the 2024 season, right the way through to December. So Charlie Webb leads them out from Archie Walker, Deacon Russell, George Donald, Alex Adams-Acton and Jack Collins a bit further behind. Luke Bates, Ewan Richards, Tom Pryor. We'll have a look at the grid now. So there we see Webb from Walker, Russell, Donald, Adams-Acton, Collins, Luke Bates, Ewan Richards making up the fourth row of the grid. Tom Pryor from Lucas Ellingham, Louis Weaver, Alex McGee, Tommy Edmonds, Michael Morgan, Ryan Ward and Elliot Pugh on row number 8. Row number 9 is Adriel Naguar, Steven Kaczmarczyk and Daniel Archer, Luca Osman Price, Miles Roby, Lucas Theo, James Henson, Cassius Dieppe, Andrew King, Ben Southgate, Isaac Reynolds, Zav Chapman Lewis, Sam Cornwell, Scott Goldsby on row 16, James Tester, Luca Mann on row number 16 and Ennis Alajbo, row number 17, rounding out this big field of drivers here, Charlie.
So Archie Walker there, the number 7 plate, 7 seeded in the British Championship last year. Go out the final corner, we will get racing here. It's Senior Rotax, side by side, Charlie Webb and Archie Walker. Archie will have a look to the outside, can't get it done. Deacon Russell holds it on the inside, holds on to third place, but side by side, Archie Walker round the outside of turn 2, gets a move done. Brilliant move by Archie Walker there. Charlie Webb holds on to second place, and Deacon Russell rounds out your top 3 there. I think just behind is George Donald and Adams. Luke Bate actually has made his way to 5th place. Some brilliant moves through the fields already. But Archie Walker round the outside of turn 2. I've never really seen a move like that been done before. Charlie Webb just holding on down the start finish straight. Will Charlie get the run? Might have a look into turn 1. We'll have to wait and see. Archie already defending into turn 1. So if he's going to be starting to defend from now, maybe this will bring some excitement to this race. Charlie Webb on the cutback gets the move done. Archie Walker will just have to wait. And by this time, wait for another opportunity to come about. Luke Bay is making some moves through the field. He's already made 2 places on that first lap. So, Chris, the racing so far in the Senior Rotax first lap, already been quite well here.
Yeah, as always, Senior Rotax racing very close and very competitive, especially, of course, in these heat races leading up to the final. Charlie Webb still fighting away, very close on the edge of the top 10. They go charging over the line. So it's Webb and Walker, Deacon Russell, Donald, Luke Bates, Adams-Acton. Early retirement from the race was James Tester, the kart, hitting some mechanical issues on the first lap. He's gone back to the paddock. But the race goes on, and still 6:19. More than a few contact warnings being thrown out a bit further down the field. Number 18, I think, getting one. Alex Adams-Acton currently in 6th place. And a bit further down, the 155, also Luca Osman Price. Only about 3 seconds off the leaders. This race very close and competitive. 6 minutes plus 1 lap remaining here as they make their way out to the Kimbolton corner. And over the line they go again. So it's Webb leading from Walker. Deacon Russell up to 3rd, fastest lap of the race, 40.97. There's an incident there with 2 karts out of contention on the previous lap, which I think maybe Elliot Pugh, one of those possibly, and James Henson possibly. So the wave yellows out, drivers are okay, but the race goes on as they make their way through towards the Dan Weldon corner, and it is still Charlie Webb that leads the way. Archie Walker in 2nd, Deacon Russell, George Donald, Luke Bates rounding out the top 5, Jack Collins, Lucas Ellingham, Ewan Richards, Tom Pryor and Alex Adams-Acton. But there is the number 12 of Jack Collins. Down the inside goes Lucas Ellingham. Neat little move there, and he makes it stick. You'll see Ellingham pointing forwards there, trying to get these guys to work together here, Charlie.
Lucas Ellingham, he's won the races here before. He's been here for a few years now, so he knows how to win races here. So he will want to work with Jack Collins here. Charlie Webb on the inside of Archie Walker gets the move done for 1st place, and just behind Deacon Russell and George Donald, the 2 Jack's Motorsport drivers. Will they work together, see if they can pull through together?
Nasty move there, Lenny. Just caught the back wheel.
Off there by Jack Collins, so I wonder if there was a bit of contact into the entry Jack Collins tapping the back of Lucas Ellingham, spinning him sideways, just about manages to correct it, but there's Jack Collins. I think his nose cone has definitely been pushed in. You can see it rocking its way on the braking zone.
I think that was a bit unfortunate there, Charlie. Ellingham turned in, just caught the back wheel. He did very well to save that, you know. I was expecting him to go flying there, but...
Right, call that Toko drift more like. But,
I think he's 10th place now, so good save from him.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there. Jack Collins, though, on the other hand, may have a penalty at the end of this race for that dropped nose cone. He's got Adam's accent to worry about behind him, and in front of him, that is Thomas Pryor. So, Thomas Pryor has been in a sort of odd race so far. He's just had to sit there and bide his time, wait for opportunities to come about. That's what racing is in general. You just have to wait for your luck and your opportunity to come about. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's working for Adam's accent. He's made his move on the inside of Jack Collins. But there's a move from Deacon Russell on the inside of Archie Walker. So the battle for second is still creeping on. Archie on the switchback, and Luke Bate is having a go with Deacon Russell. The three Jack's Motorsport boys. You know, they'll be having to watch out for what they do, because, you know, the number one rule is never hit your teammate. And that would get quite feisty in the order, I would say.
Charlie Webb just trying to break away from this fight for second with Archie Walker now back in second place. You see Deacon Russell, Luke Bate and George Donald all running very closely. Just going out of shot there goes your race leader Charlie Webb, and you can see for yourself the gap, which is just under 1 second all of a sudden. So Webb putting together a very neat lap. We see the number 50 there just coming into the final corner. A bit further down there, Andrew King fighting with Daniel Archer, Isaac Reynolds and Zav Chapman-Lewis a bit further down the field. Ennis Alexbro has gone to 26th position from last position, so he's making up a few positions a bit further down the pack, as Charlie Webb was 1 second last time round, or 0.91. Oh, down the inside goes Deacon Russell, and should hold on to that one as well. So Russell now to second place. The gap goes up to 1.1 seconds as the fight continues. Oh, look at it getting tasty a bit further down the pack there. Number 14 right to the heart of that one. Looking further down, Scott Goldsby, Sam Cornwell, Alex McGee, Tommy Evans all fighting away. So action all the way through the field here, Charlie, and Deacon Russell with a neat move into second place.
We just saw that Luke Bate made the move as well, Archie Walker. It's kind of the teamwork method that goes around. One guy goes for the move and brings the opportunity for the drivers behind to have a go. So brilliant move by Deacon Russell and Luke Bate, who have respectively made second and third place. So Jack's Motorsport pretty much locking out the podium spots here. Archie Walker's having to really defend from Ewan Richards here, and George Donald, his teammate, will
there's a orange flag for number 16. George Donald, the chain guard, has come loose, I think. So George Donald, that's a black flag, orange disc. If you don't know your flag signal, that's basically signifying a technical fault. It's told it's the chain guard, so he'll be out of the race.
Well, that is pure disappointment there for George Donald. And that means he's got some work to do in the pre-final, because that's going to be quite bad for his championship points. And obviously the points adding up from the heats determine where you start for that pre-final. So he's going to have some work to do in the pre-final. But the best thing about the pre-final is,
you see him, his hands
coming up, he's going in. So unfortunate for George Donald. But what's so good about the pre-final is that, you know, you could try and drive through, and then you actually create a good starting position for that final, which is, you know, all important. So, yeah, brilliant stuff by George Donald, you know, safely brought the car in, and obviously the marshal's done a brilliant job there to pick up that problem, and, you know, stop some serious harm being done to the driver and to the circuit.
Yeah, as you can imagine for yourself, exposed chain and sprockets on these fast-moving drivetrains on these cars could pose quite a safety risk, so quite rightly bringing him in, although that is unfortunate for the number 16. Charlie Webb leading by 1.1 seconds still from Deacon Russell, Luke Bates, Archie Walker, Tom Pryor on the charge, the number 17, just charging along here. I think he may have been overtaken briefly. Lucas Ellingham fighting back as well, the number 99, after that nasty little drift earlier on. Did well to save that one, you may remember. But Deacon Russell still being hustled down the back straight by Luke Bates, those two driving together, of course, on the same team. So working together as best they can, although Charlie Webb is out of touch a little bit now. A bit further down the field, out to the top 10. Kosmarczyk, Luca Osman-Price, Ben Southgate, Scott Goldsby, Tommy Evans all fighting away. Sam Cornwell, Miles Roby, Alex McGee, 20th position. Adrian Leguire, Lucas Theo and Cassio Diaz all in that midfield battle. We just saw them going through the Dan Weldon corner. As we now move on to the last lap, and Charlie Webb has had a superb race here. Leads the way through the final time through Derek's corner through to Dan Weldon. There's 21 Deacon Russell. Still charging in second place from Luke Bate. But Charlie Webb here is looking good.
Well, you say he's looking good. Deacon Russell at last lap was a couple of attempts quicker, so could be looking at a move. Actually, no, never mind. Checker flags come out, and it's Charlie Webb who's going to take the win. So senior Rotax Heat 3 goes to Charlie Webb. Didn't see that last lap board. So brilliant stuff there by Charlie Webb. Oh, some contact there. Jack Collins and Mo. I think that's Michael Morgan having some contact at the end. So Charlie Webb wins in senior Rotax Heat 3. Deacon Russell in second place. Maybe a lap or two could have determined a different result. We never know. Luke Bate finishes third. Archie Walker, who I think was struggling with pace there, had to defend for most of that race, finishes in fourth place. Ewan Richards rounds out your top five. Alex Adams-Acton and Lucas Ellingham finishes P7 in the end. So brilliant stuff to save it. Here's the results for your screens then. So Thomas Pryor finishes 8th, Louis Weaver 9th, and Ryan Ward rounds out your top 10. You just said about Jack Collins maybe dropping down further. That 5-second penalty may be applied if his nose cone is out of precision. Some drivers in the back of the field. Look at those retirements. George Donald had to retire from the race. Elliot Pugh and James Henson was in that crash earlier on. But that was a good race to start off senior Rotax.